So in the first lesson, you learned how to load the damage assessment survey onto your smart device. Then we taught you how to edit point features if you were working in the Emergency Operations Center and had the authority to do that. The final piece of our suite of damage assessment applications is just a simple viewer. So it's not locked down as tightly as the editor, but you still should contact Yolo Office of Emergency Services to get the access information to the damage assessment viewer. So again, I'm logged into ArcGIS Online just as in the previous lesson, which gives me all of the nifty little icons I can click on. I'm going to click right on the viewing application icon. And just as with the editor, if there's a lot of data in the application, it may take a second to load. There's also a lot of these black panes on the outside. We call these widgets. Every single widget is configured to do something different. So that does increase the load time a little bit. In order to cut down the load time, we have on this layers list on the left-hand side turned a number of layers off. So I would recommend that the first thing you do when you're in here is turn the FEMA Public Assistance layer and the FEMA Individual Assistance layer on. The reason you want to do that is because it's controlling information in this info summary widget on the right-hand side. You can see right now it says that there are no damage assessments in there. That's because it's only going to give you data on all of these widgets for what's in the viewable map space. And in the previous lesson, I've loaded all of my points in an area that's off of the map space. So if you watch me click and drag the map over so that my points are in the map space, then you'll see all the information on these widgets change. It's now telling me that all 4 dots here, the same ones I was playing with earlier, equate to $390,000 in total damages, that we have some that are in the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers PL 8499 program, and that we have about 300 acres of damaged agricultural land, and that 100% of our ag damages are in the non-insured crop program. So those are some of the widgets that are loading on the bottom. Over in the info summary, it's loading how many damage assessments total have been collected, how many are already categorized as FEMA Public Assistance, and then how many are categorized as FEMA Individual Assistance. Some of these categories automatically load, and anything that hasn't been verified by the EOC will be null. And so I'm going to show you it's going to automatically load into the public assistance category as a null until it gets its category. So if you missed the editor video, please go back to that to see how to actually assign categories if they're not auto-assigned. Again, some things are auto-assigned because if it's a road, it's automatically in the FEMA roads category. So it's crunching all this data for me. It's telling me that 1 has been submitted under the buildings, 1 under farm and ranch, 1 under transportation, and 1 under water conveyance. If I keep drilling down, this one from the building is a residence for about $40,000. So same if I go to farm and ranch, it's got the damage amount there as well because the EOC has entered and verified that. Now on this transportation system one, however, it also says null. That means the EOC has not assigned a dollar value to that specific road damage dot, and that's this one right here, the little tan one. So that kind of tips you off to the fact that there's still some work to be done on the editor level by the Emergency Operations Center, but it will keep adding things together. It'll just say null so that you get a visual that there's still something that needs to be checked on. Then in the individual assistance category, it's going to add the residences specifically that qualify for individual assistance, and it's going to give you their tag if they've actually been tagged by a building inspector already. That's another thing that can be done in the editor or done right at the field level, and if there's already a dollar value for that property. So there's a lot of information that these drill downs are providing for you. So that's pretty much it. The viewer is just that. It's just a way to view all of the damage assistance categories, the individual assistance categories. We have some boundaries loaded in here specific to Yolo and its neighboring counties, but we will be loading more boundaries as well so that our situational assessment app can function a little bit better. But this is a good start for us for 2017.